Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at NVDA AMD TSLA and MU. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Been using these guys for years. Best in the business. If you're an active trader looking for a new broker, check out cobratrading.com. You won't be disappointed. All right, so daily chart NVIDIA. We're up after hours, $1.51. Some more bad news for Intel, I'm sure, and more good news for these guys, I guess. It's always on news. Now we just need another up, maybe a double upgrade to get this thing past the 218.67. Because remember, it is the stock of the year and could possibly be the stock of the year again in 2018. So 6.58% up, or $13.12 green today. What a great move off this micro bullish pattern we talked about. It was a bearish macro bear in a micro bull setting. And this is what this thing's been doing. Every time these stocks come down, they'll consolidate in a nice bearish manner, and then all of a sudden, pop goes the weasel, right back up to the highs. We filled the gap. So as long as this thing stays above the 210.81 and gets a little more volume tomorrow and possibly on Thursday, I want to see some follow through. We still have resistance up in here, but I don't know if this was a head fake, or if this was just squeezing the shorts because they were piling up on here off this bearish pattern, and inside bar bearish pattern too. But notice how they had to gap it up. They even gapped it up over this 618 retrace and just got this thing going, guys. Hats off to the bulls, and hats off to whoever needed higher prices on NVIDIA. So right now, again, back above the MAs, strong position. Let's go to the weekly. Same thing for the weekly, I believe, but we're still inside these two bars here. Bottom line, it's got to get above the all-time high. If we start to stutter up in here, I think this thing's going to click over and come right back in. So bulls, protect this trade. Bears, gosh, you got squeezed a little bit today. And just hold out. Hopefully you didn't go all in on this position. Hopefully you have a little bit room to add a little more. But man, $13 move on this stock, pretty incredible. We are up a little bit after hours as it's fading, so we'll have to see how that works out tomorrow. And then going into Friday's close on NVIDIA. But guys, hats off. Great volume today. Pushed up. Great resistance right through it. So let's see what happens tomorrow on this equity. Let's go to AMD. AMD ripping heads off too, guys. Oh my gosh, it came right back down. So we talked about this resistance up here right around 1174. We posted some stuff on StockTwits. And then the next resistance here right at 1205, or gap fill, and then this pivot high here. So we talked about this thing's got to get above at least this 1174 and close, and possibly the 12 and get, giddy up here. And look at this. Boom. Got in, right back down. Let's look at the intraday action on this one. Wow, oh, that's why, because the Intel chip was having bad news, so all these were going up. As soon as, I don't know if that subsided or what happened with Intel. Intel started rallying up. Let's see, I think I pulled this one up, yeah. Intel started rallying right here, and then NVIDIA started pulling back, and AMD started pulling back. Guys, it's always news now. That news and the hype and everything else, but it comes right back to the gap where it opened, held that. So let's see what happens with AMD. I still think this is a bearish stock, still down here in this lower range. This is a normal pop, drop, bring it over, drop it again, pop, drop, pop, drop. Every time it gets a little news, guys, all the bulls get on. Oh my gosh, it's great again. So everyone was buying at 11.80, 12 bucks. Oh, this is it. This could be it. And then boom, right back down. We're up a little bit after hours. It looks like what is it, 14 cents, 13 cents or so. So we'll see. A lot of news going on, but we did hold the 382 Fibonacci, and we're holding this area here, which once was resistance, now it's support coming down. So let's see what happens. We are back above the 50 and the 20, so that's pretty good for the bulls, but we're still below the 200 moving average. If it recaptures this, then we'll have to see if it can make it through the 618 and the 750 up around the 1312 to 1323. But still, this is still bearish to me, guys. Down, sideways, and I mean, it's just a chop up and down. We are holding some key areas of support, so that's something to look at going into the Friday close. Let's go into the weekly on this one too. Just want to see weekly, the 20 MA, so it got there. So still below the 20 and the 50 on the weekly. It's still inside these two bars here, trying to get up above it. We were almost there. That would have been a little bit more bullish, especially if it would have got back above the 20 MA. But we'll see on this one. This is the weekly close, so we're going to see on the weekly to see if we could get above these, or is it just going to keep chopping around down here? And if it does on the weekly, then we will be setting up for lower prices. Unless, you know how these markets are. It sits there in a great bearish pattern, and next thing you know, it's up 30%. Just the way it is, guys, the new normal with these markets and the light volume and all that good stuff. It's been the same crap for years. It's pretty incredible, guys, what these guys can do with the light volume, the money printing, the bond buying, all the manipulation, the upgrades, the downgrades, everything, guys. The news, like Tesla today comes out with some news. Well, we'll get into that next. It's down after hours. You know, it's pretty. It's getting to be stupid, actually. So. All right, Tesla. So Tesla's only down $5 after hours. We talked about this one intraday on StockTwits, and you know, it has to get back above the 20 and the 50, and you know, it was doing it. I mean, it had a nice push up here on the daily. We had some pretty good volume today as well, but once we got to the 382 and the 20 MA right here, it just got rejected, and then I guess they had news out today with their production or something like that, and we're even down a little bit after hours. People will buy the dip. We did come back to this 310 area, and that's what it was holding, so let's see if it holds that 310 area. If not, then you're looking... You got this sloping trend line. We're gonna we'll put it right about there. So you got the sloping trend line right around 307, 308. Then you have this area here, which is 303.75. These are these low pivots back here. That's some more support on Tesla. So if you're bullish, you want to hold. You want to hold definitely 310, the 303.82 area. This low pivot here around 300, and especially this trend line. If we get below these areas, then we'll definitely retest this 292 area, 290, and then possibly start moving lower. I would still love to see it in this area right here, the 240. 236. Oh my gosh, that would be epic for a bounce. Unless the markets are falling apart, this could go lower, but that would be a great area for a bounce if it got there. You have some gaps to fill down here as well, gap windows too. So let's take this one at a time, one day at a time. We did get a little more down pressure after hours on some news, I guess. Of course, news. What else would it be? And right now, just looking a little bit weak. You know, we talked about this, and they popped it. Went right up into this area here of good resistance, and then right back down. And we think we had a 750 retrace up here too, from this high to that low. So right now we came right back in, consolidating sideways on the daily. This to me is setting up for lower prices, even with the news or without the news. But let's go to the weekly. Weekly close, same thing. Came in inside this bar still. They brought it up here, never closed above this big guy right there. That's the one we're watching. Okay, right here. Okay, boom, reversed, closed below this big green bar, bearish. Now it's chopping sideways. We are back below the 50 and the 20 MA on the weekly. We almost had it today, guys. So bears, hold tight. Bulls, just tighten that stop. Bulls, you got to get above this 335 area, and then the 350 area, and then of course the 362.87 of this pivot, and then possibly higher prices. So a lot of resistance coming up. You just got to see what's going on with the weekly close and the daily close tomorrow, and we'll see what Friday brings as well to Tesla. But right now we're down a little bit after hours, I believe, on some news, and we'll see if this support holds. And the resistance so far, guys, it kicked it back today. Great move up too. I mean, it was going, it was like, oh wow, here we go, Tesla again. Bulls are getting crazy. And then here's the 10-minute chart here. Nice fade. We go right up into this area here, and then boom, right back down. Starts to fade throughout the day. Holds the 200 moving average on the 10-minute chart, and then bounces a little bit. And right now we're gap lower. We're right at around 312. So we're holding in this area here, right here. So watch for Tesla tomorrow. Some news came out, so keep an eye on that, and we'll see what that brings us tomorrow into the trading. If the markets stay buoyant, the markets stay green, Tesla should hold on because people will buy the dip, but that 310 area is good support, and then the 303 area or so, and then the 300 even number. All right, so let's go to MU. MU had a heck of a day, 3% up, $1.31 green, a little bit up after hours on 43 million. So the volume was good as well. Let's go to the daily on this. So the daily, we talked about MU retracing, came back down, holding these lows. It made a higher low, So let's stick a trend line under that. That will be new support right around there. And we're back above the MAs. We talked about that. Bulls, you got to get back above the MAs, which we did today, but we're right back into the 750 retrace right around 44.87. So it did close slightly above that, so you got to watch for that. And let's see if we could get a little more follow through to this double top around 46.75. Or do we get out? If you're bullish, you want to see consolidation sideways above the MAs, and then this thing should take off. If the markets are still complacent and green. If the markets start to pull back, a lot of these stocks are going to pull back with the market, so watch for that. It will be a complete market trade for all four of these stocks, period. Markets still staying green, these should stay strong. Markets start going red, watch out for a little bit of selling, and then watch out for support areas. Big support here is around the 42 to 41.14 or so. If we crack below this low right here, or this pivot low, then look out. We're probably going back to 39.09 and then possibly into this 200 MA gap fill. So higher prices, you got to get past here, and you got to break through this 46.75. Then you got a gap window, gap fill, and then you have the all-time high, which is at 49.89, or the 52-week high, I should say. And we're up a little bit after hours. No great shakes, but great little reversal here off the 750 retrace. We filled the gap as well. Boom, boom, 2 days up. Qs are railing as well. Why not get MU going too? So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for these four. Again, if you like the videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or please click down here and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Any questions or comments, please send me an email at stockbookie@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, because I've been really busy, guys. We've been banging out trades, making things happen, and hopefully we can have 2018 be another great year, just like 2017 was. All right, guys, thanks again for stopping by. God bless. See you on the charts.